What's going on? What's good, family? Welcome back to Happy Lies, Sad Truth, the podcast where we peel back the layers and get to the real. I'm your host, coming straight to you live. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that been shaping the lives of our decades, man. The evolution of gangs in California and the laws designed to keep us locked up. Now, I decided to do this podcast like this because of all the complaints. But look, them YKs, y'all call them YNs, I call them YKs, young kings. Most of them cats don't even know what they're getting themselves into because the older cats that's utilizing them is not taking the time to inform them and educate them on the decisions that they're making. Now, the problem with that is you would think that an older cat that is using a younger cat would want to educate them because that's a lot of the reasons why a lot of these dudes is telling. You think about it, man. You thinking you just doing something for somebody and you wind up in a room when you ain't never been to juvenile hall or nothing. A lot of these cats are starting at 18, 19. Whereas when we was 10 and 11, we was doing the stuff that they were doing. But and then you looking at 19 years, 34 years, 44 years. Especially most of these cats don't even grow up in the sets that they claiming. So they don't really love these dudes like that and stuff like so when they catch that's for them to tell. And then they not even educated on you're not supposed to even talk to the police. No matter if you caught in the commission of a crime, man, you're supposed to just shut up. Period. Don't say nothing. Don't tell no lie to try to cover a lie because whatever you say to them pigs, they have to use. They tell you they gonna use in the court of law, and that's what your attorney has to work with when you go to court. But that's the first thing, you know what I mean? And even if you are kind of cooperating, giving your ID, let's go on. You're supposed to shut up. Period. Let your lawyer do the talking. But these old cats not even educating them that far. You understand me? Just like whatever law, we're gonna get into laws, different crimes and laws, but whatever law you with a gang enhancement. So just say you break a law that carry 5 years. With a gang enhancement, that can turn into 30 years, 35 years, 15 years, 25 years. Look, let's fast forward to 1988. California enacts the Street Terrorism Enforcement and Prevention Act, or STEP Act. The law introduced gang enhancements, allowing prosecutors to tack on additional prison time if they can prove a crime was committed to benefit a gang. And you got to think, if you killing your enemy, they gonna make that a benefit to your gang. You eliminating the opposition or whatever. You know what I mean? Or anything. So if you break a robber and you get caught here and they can prove you're a active gang member, they're gonna say that money is gonna further along the gang activity. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, let's say, then in 2000, they did the Proposition 21, expanding the scope on these enhancements. And in 2021, they put an Assembly Bill 333, aimed to reform gang enhancement laws, requiring prosecutors to prove that a gang's primary activities include a pattern of criminal activity. You gotta think, man. Just by hustling with something that you think is a 6 month, a year, could turn into 31 years, 21 years, just because they add on these gang enhancements. And the laws are made for Black and Latinos, man, for Blacks and Mexicans, man, primarily. Because, like, just say, I think I was doing my review. It was in 2019. 92% of all those enhancements in California was Black and Latino. So, like I said, that's a fist fight. You can get into a physical altercation with your girl And we all know how that go. And she be fed up, she tired, and she finna go to court and all that on you. And then pictures of you on your Facebook, Instagram, all that with your homeboys throwing up gang signs. Even if you own, they got documentation of you throwing up gang signs. So that's enhancement, period. If they want to push that. Imagine this. You're 18, caught up in a situation, and because of alleged affiliations, you're facing after 10, 20, or even 30 years. Not because of what you did, but because of what they say you are. That's especially a fact for known gang members. That's from sets that been around for years, like A-Track Gangsters, Rolling 60s, Hoovers, East Coasters, Grapes, Bounty Hunters, Swans. You know, being from those, you know what I'm saying? Like all gangs, but I'm just saying those are old gangs and they really be on them. Them enhancements they put on them don't just be punished actions, man. They be punished identity. They don't need proof you committed a crime for a gang, just the fact that it benefited. That's how enhancements work, man. You might think it's a little, but to the courts, man, it's you know what I'm talking about? So it's important that y'all watch, man, my young kings, understand the laws, the laws that y'all are breaking and what they carry. So like with me, I'm not here to tell you don't gang bang. To tell you when we do the break the laws down, that's on you. You know right from wrong, and you know what you want to do. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not here to tell you not to do it. All I'm here to do is inform you what's coming with that. You know what I'm saying? So you will know. So you won't get in that courtroom and pass out and get to crying, asking for your mama and all that good stuff, man. You already know. So, like for example, when I first my uncle, rest in peace, when he gave me, before he gave me to work, man, he gave me a pamphlet like this thick that showed how they prosecute these laws. First, how much time that law carry. How much time what you doing carry just on the minimum. Just that crime and, you know, the time. But also with what they, you ever got a drug trafficking case, you get drug trafficking, distribution, failure to affix tax stamp, and you get a whole bunch of other different laws. So this is when it comes to you, now you're looking at 70 years or life. Can't pass out and freak out when you hear that, because you already know by human trait, if you just a righteous person, you also didn't tell, because you knew, and the person who they want you to tell on is the one that informed you of it and really tried to let you know, like, look, if you ain't with this, man, if you can't handle this, man, don't get into that. So even with that scared shit that most of these cats be having, that human nature will kick in and they won't tell. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to look at it like you really looked out, which you really should be looking out, because at the end of the day, you the one they want them to tell on. So my thing is this. When you decide to break these laws, say if you want to be a robber, you know, robbery is more people in jail for robbery than any goddamn thing. Like damn near every other person you meet when you in that motherfucker's in there for robbery. So they hit motherfuckers with them robbery charges like heavy. So, but just say it's your first offense, you're looking at 4 or 5 years. Now, even if they'll offer you a deal, okay, take these 3 years. But your attorney, just say you got the money to pay for an attorney, your attorney telling you can beat it. You can fight this case right here. But then they offer you the deal. But if you don't take the deal, they hit you with the gang enhancements. And they mad, so they hit you with the high tier, the 30. So now you're looking at 35 years. And The cult, and if you one of them people like most people are now with them Instagrams and social media, as soon as you walk up, everybody break out the camera, oh shit, taking pictures, and you all over the social media. Just say for that, but I think they put it up to 10. Let's just do 10. So just say if you on any of these social media platforms in the last 10 years throwing up gangs, you can hit with one of these gang, and that's the proof right there. It ain't nothing you can say in a room full of gang members throwing up gang signs. So this is so because that's the biggest crime being committed in our streets is gangbang. Real business. That's the biggest crime. Just think now it's gangs in LA, man. It's every other block. You know what I mean? It's gang, it's sets inside of sets now. And it's like dudes that grew up that was hustlers on this block that turned into a gang now. So that's how many gangs is. So to you, and just like they just did with boy, man, just think they involved in the whole in 60s, right? 60s is big as fuck. They got overhill, front hood, back. They got all clicks, and some of them don't even fit. But if they can prove you a gang from that turf, and that's who they indicting, was going as deep as just saying he's the leader of the Crips. So if you Crip and they can prove that it works, they can implement it if they want. See, you need to read on these laws and know laws also with the laws that you are breaking. Just say if you're a scammer. A lot of people don't know I'm scamming. A lot of people think scamming don't carry no time. If you do, I'm gonna have to look at the episode, but I do know this: if it gets 2 years and they can put it with you as a gang, it can go from 12 to 22 to 32 years. I do know that. So it's very important for you YKs to educate yourself from somewhere. Y'all want to represent that. That's what y'all want. See what the fuck the law carry. Being from your turf. Then and the law, what the crime you breaking, your hustle. If you breaking a list, you can be at a liquor store, 4 or 5 of your homeboys. One of your homeboys see somebody that they got a beef with. It might not got nothing to do with no gangbanging shit. It might be some money shit. And he downing. And you there. You going to jail for that murder too. Even if he take the case. Even if he tell the judge they ain't had nothing to do with it. They're going to be like, you got me fucked up. They're going to book your ass. I done seen it happen with some friends of mine. I done been in prison with motherfuckers that it didn't happen. It will happen. Especially if you don't got lawyer money. Especially if you don't got lawyer money, man. So, like I said, we're not here to tell you, hey man, don't get up to this. You already heard that. And if you've been from your set since or enough years, you know it and you still choose to do what you do. So I'm not here for that, man. You know right from wrong. What I'm actually here for, so you will know you can't say didn't nobody tell you. You can't say you didn't know. You shouldn't go in the courtroom crying and passing out and shit in front of the damn judge, man. You shouldn't, because I'm gonna be here telling you. And if you don't know, hit me in the DM and tell me about what you want to know. If you inform me of your crime, I'm blocking you. Yeah, I don't want to know nothing about your crime. Tell me what you want to know about, and I give you the law and how much time you ask for. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you can go and do it. Easy to do. As long as you got a phone in your hand, you can do it. But if you ask me to do it, I'm gonna need $100. If I do it for you, it's gonna be $100. But I'll do it for you because it ain't gonna take me no time. You understand me? Because it's important that you know about the laws that you are breaking. Very important, man. That way you can. I believe the youngsters will stop so quickly acting like we in a video game. The one or two that this person and that person, but the average person, if they know they're gonna get forever, a regular human being doing what they do because it ain't worth it. So, like for me, for example, I had, like I said, my uncles and older homies that I was a hustler. They used to tell me stuff. You know what I'm saying? I used to pay attention to them. Most times it was I was paying attention to what, like, I'm gonna give you an old timer that ain't here. I don't want to give you people that ain't like Fast. It was a guy named Fast Eddie, but where I grew up at, and he was rich, like for rich, to own this spot called the Steakhouse. They tore it down now, but we used to walk through there going to the park, like the meetings, and we used to play baseball and everything at the park. So we always was at the park. That's how this shit started. But at any rate, he took a liking to me. All the time, he used to snatch me up, holler at me, like put me in a bar. Come to find out, when the feds came and got him, they got him behind something that he used to promote to me deeply, talking on the phone. And they got him for hundreds of hours of phone conversation. So, but my point is, I love, it's like how people say, you're never gonna get nowhere with a team. You this and that and the third, right? But what I've also teams, especially in illegal, and there's somebody in that team that get fucked up and not the man. It's never the man. It's very rarely the man, but it's always somebody that's a part of that immediate circle or somebody's partner. Everybody. So from doing that, I may have not made as much money as I could have if I did have this person doing this and this person doing that. But when I was breaking the law and into that shit, I used to do my own work. You know what I'm saying? I used to send it. I used to catch it. I used to get my money back and all that. Oh, by myself. Real business. I never also never got hot. I only got, like in the States, I did get hot in. I got hot in them states because somebody did some shit with my money. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stopped loaning people money and I stopped fronting people, giving people a long-term period to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I used to plan my shit out. You understand me? Where I'm at, and nobody knew. I didn't even know when I was gonna do what I was gonna do. I didn't plan it. That way you can't get told on. Don't nobody know, and it ain't no pattern. Period. Like, and I also got that from some advice my uncle used to give me. My uncle used to always tell me, this is when we had pagers, never use the same payphone twice. So, of course, you're gonna start off with the immediate sale. Payphones, the one down the street, the one around the corner. That's when they used to be on every corner. But then now you gotta eventually you're gonna have to venture off. Maybe the Gardena wood, but something eventually it's gonna come to a 20-minute, 30-minute drive to make these phone calls. Now you're gonna be on some, but you think of this: would you rather spend 20 minutes to make this phone call or 20 years be caught on a wiretap? Simple shit. You know what I'm saying? That's even still conscious today. When you got something really important to tell somebody, stay off this fucking social media shit, man. It ain't no erasing it. Anything you post on this motherfucker gonna stay here forever. And if the feds want to go get it 100 years from now, they can go, even the shit you erased. So if you got something important that you really want to handle with somebody, you should go to them. Even if you got to jump on a plane, Just think, if you can. I done spent $300 to fly somewhere just to have a fucking conversation. And you think about it. Would you rather spend $300 face to face, or $300,000 to fight a fucking case? But like I said, all my wide cats, man, and the older dudes that still getting your paper with them, man, make them dudes like nobody do nothing. But you can definitely stop fucking with them if they won't read it. It's not as hard as it was when my uncle put me. Saying we talking about 4, 5, and he wasn't fucking with me until I came back and asked questions, and then it was on and popping from there. But I wanted it that bad. Now, if they got a cell phone in their hand, they can put what does such carry. What's the law? They can read that shit. Period. That away. But like I said, I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna go through a lot of crimes that I know that people is committing, from the ones that I see the most popular to even the smallest ones. Every Thursday, 8:00, right here. I'm gonna go through it. Then you all can go back on YouTube, check it out, subscribe, and they gonna all be there. And these are laws I'm gonna be looking up, getting from off the internet, from from Google and Law Google and all that shit. So it's gonna be legit. Now these laws, all these laws is gonna be based off California laws, but most states' laws are basically the same. Especially now, only difference is the way they sentence you. Because a lot of people come here and get forever and thinking they at home gonna get a year. No, not in California. Gonna tear your ass up. But real business. It's very important, man, to educate the YKs, man. The ones y'all call YNs. I call them YKs because they're young kings, man. All you gotta do is give them the education, man. And like I said, they'll listen to you if you stop trying to preach to them, telling them what to do and not to do. Hey, check this here out, nigga. Well, when I was growing, fuck all that, man. By laws of the universe, the young overpower the old. They outlive us. So especially, or if you're in the same hustle that they're in, if they're coming to you, if you the plug on whatever it is. Even, I'm not just talking about illegal shit, I'm talking about legal shit too. If they coming to you, man, it's your job, man, to tell them right from wrong. I mean, not right from wrong, what they're getting themselves into. Because everybody know right from wrong. You know what's wrong and what's right. You can feel it in your blood. Period. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to Happy Lies, Sad Truth, sponsored by Big on Successful Stuff Clothing. If it ain't ice white, it ain't right. And by the way, these jerseys, I don't think they got a lot of them, but they for sale for $25. They was like $150 or something like that. But if y'all want to get it, that's Big on Successful Stuff Clothing. And Dr. Green, well, a healthy way. They got all the condiments. That little soda edition, strawberry, hot sauce, barbecue sauce. They got this one thing called Do It To It fluid. Man, listen here, man. Man, it's just liquid, man. Listen here, man. That's all. They juice some plant. It's mixed water. They juicing it through a juicer. A big man. Anyway, man, y'all tune in to them. At Dr. Green, AKTERGREN, and see for yourselves. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. And until next week, we out. However I do this.